Hi, I'm Anna, and I'm going to be guiding us through a vinyasa flow practice today. It'll be about 45 minutes, and vinyasa meaning linking breath with movement. So we want to bring our breath into the asana practice. And first I'll talk to you a little bit about what we can expect from ourselves during our practice. And so we can start by thinking about what the word asana means. In asana, the Sanskrit word meaning to sit or to stay and be in a pose. And so you can think of it as being able to have the ease in a posture as well as bringing firmness into the pose as well. And so the ease and the effort, we want to find that balance. And to do that, we want to use our breath during the practice. And so you can think of this as finding your edge being where beyond that level of effort you may injure yourself, and not reaching your edge means that you wouldn't be challenging yourself quite enough to find the growth during your practice. And so the idea being that you challenge yourself and don't push yourself too hard. And so what we're doing is we're finding a minimal amount of suffering, you could say, in order that the rest of our day happens with more ease. And so your edge changes on a daily basis and with every practice. And so during a practice, I would suggest wearing something loose, but not so loose that it gets in the way, and not so tight that it's constricting your blood flow. So in order to get the most out of your practice, I'll speak about a few things that you can think of in terms of maybe a checklist that you would have during your practice to think about as you go through the postures. And the first being breath, of course, because that is the essence of the posture. And so we want to have a steady, long breathing practice during our posture, even when we're not moving. And so that's where, yoga, anyone can do it as long as you're breathing, because that is truly a worthwhile practice, just sitting and breathing consciously. Momentum. So you want to take momentum out of your practice. You want to not throw yourself around. You want to move with grace and some level of control. So muscular strength throughout rather than throwing ourselves around. You want to take the pain out of the pose. So you want to figure out what pain you're experiencing. If it's a joint pain or a compression, you want to back out of the posture. If it's, for example, if you're stretching and you feel a ligament pulling and it hurts, you want to back out of the posture. A muscular burn is different. That's the heat of this practice, and so you want to figure out how much you want to experience of that and for how long, what the duration is. That is what's going to allow us to grow. You want to eliminate waiting or anticipation in your practice, so you want to not think about what's coming next. You want to be in the posture now, and that your breathing is going to help you do that. You want to let go of what you don't need. So for example, if you're in a posture and you're scrunching up your face, you want to relax your face, and you want to relax any of the muscles you really don't need to stay in the posture. And you also want to eliminate thinking that gets in the way of the posture. You can take what you like and leave the rest. I encourage people to, in any practice like this, to be creative and to decide what you want to do in your practice and to take cues from me. I'll guide us through a practice, but you can pick and choose and you can add what you like. And also, I would say probably one of the most important things, if not the most important, is to enjoy your practice. So you want to decide ahead of time to make this your practice that you're going to enjoy. It's a decision that you can make each and every time. And so in your own practice at home, or if you're following along with me and you want to add if you want additional postures, what I would suggest is doing the things that you don't do during the day. So for example, if you're seated at a desk a lot or driving and your shoulders round a lot, you want to open up in your yoga practice and keep your shoulders open. If you wear restrictive footwear and you're kind of scrunched up all day, you want to take a moment to open up and maybe focus on spreading out a little bit during your practice. And so with shoulders, another reason to open up is because part of our breathing apparatus extends above the clavicle, and so we want to have our full lung capacity. So that helps, opening the shoulders helps doing that. Besides that, rounding the shoulders, when we're using our arm with rounded shoulders, we're going to end up feeling a lot of pain and impingement over time because we're not meant to operate that way. So with that, let's get started with some initial breathing exercises, and we'll warm up the spine, and then we'll go through a flow together. So you want to find a seat that you're comfortable in. I use a block to sit on in the wide way like this so that I can have a taller spine and be comfortable in my seat. So let's get started. We're going to find your comfortable seat. That means that you can sit here for quite some time. You want to be able to be very comfortable in this seat. Your knees are comfortable, your shoulders are open, your breathing is easeful. Okay? So let's start with a deep inhale. We're going to bring the arms up on an inhale. Shoulders stay low, and then exhale, bring it all the way down. Let's do that again. Inhale, bring it up. And exhale. Last time like that, inhale, bring it up. And exhale, release. So we're adding movement to the breath. Okay, next let's interlace the fingers. We're going to round forward, exhale, and then you can bring the arms up, inhale, shoulders stay low, and then exhale, bring the arms down and around behind the back, interlace, open, and inhale. Let's do that again. Press it forward. You're exhaling fully. Inhale to come up. Exhale down and around behind the back, interlace, open, and inhale. Do that again. Let's bring it forward, round, exhale. Inhale to come up. Exhale, arms come down and around behind the back, interlace, open, and inhale. Okay, back to center. So we're going to do a side stretch here. You can reach over, inhale, and exhale, center, and then inhale to the other side. So we'll do that 3 more times on each side. Inhaling fully, keep your shoulders low. Exhale, center. Inhale to the other side. Exhale, center. Twice more each side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And back to center. Good. So we're going to do something called swan posture. I like to have the seat like this. You can cross your legs too if that's more comfortable. So what we're going to do is round down, exhale, and then inhale to arch it up. So you're finding a ripple in your spine. It's a wave. You're rounding down, exhaling, and then inhaling to come up. Do that again. Exhale. Inhale up. Twice more this direction. Exhale. Inhale up. Last one. Exhale. Inhale up. And then we can switch directions here. So you're exhaling to arch down. Inhaling to round it up. And we'll continue that. So you want to find the fullness in your breath. You're exhaling completely to come down. Inhaling completely on the way up. Twice more. Exhale. Inhale up. Last one. And back to center. Good. Okay, so if you're seated in a cross and you want to switch your cross at this point, you can, or just take a different seat if you want to. We're going to do neck rolls, and the way you want to do that is to isolate your shoulders. So you're keeping your shoulders open. You can tuck the chin, look over to one side, look up to the ceiling, over to the other side, and down. And we'll do that again. You're still breathing fully here. Looking all the way around, like you're creating a halo around yourself. And then next time your chin is tucked, you can switch directions. Breathing fully. And you're taking the pain out. So if this doesn't work for you, you want to find a way to modify this. And just one more. And we'll bring it back to center. Good. Okay, so from here, let's come off of the block if you had one. And we'll bring it onto all fours. So you want to, once you come to all fours position, so you want your fingers wide and you want your wrist directly under your shoulders. And you want a bit of an external rotation in the upper arm. Okay, that's going to help keep the shoulder blades on the back. And from here, we can cat-cow. We inhale, arch your spine, and then exhale to round. So continuing that flow, you want to maintain your breath. Really full inhales and really full exhales. So you're exhaling completely, inhaling completely, and then exhaling completely. Do that twice more. We'll bring it back to center. You can press it back to your child's pose. And while you're here, maybe roll your wrists around just to warm up the wrists a little bit. Okay, so from here, let's do a bit of a flow with child's pose, all fours, and downward facing dog. We're going to inhale to all fours, and then tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Let's bring it back to all fours position on an inhale, and then exhale back to your child's pose. Inhale up to all fours, and exhale back to your down dog. Full breaths here. Continue this flow. You're focusing on conscious movement. We're opening up the backs of the legs when we come into down dog. It's early in the practice, so you want to take it easy now. Let's do that twice more here. Full inhale, exhale completely. And back to child's pose. We'll find our way all the way to downward facing dog and stay there. Always exhaling into your down dog. So while we're here for a few breaths, check that your feet are about hips width apart. Your fingers are still wide. Your pressure's throughout your whole hand. And you're breathing fully even while we stay in the posture. Okay? So from here, let's look forward. We're going to walk to the front of the mat. And find yourself in a forward fold position. So if you want to take opposite elbows, you can take opposite elbows, keep a little bend in your knee, and breathe here. You're breathing into your upper back and exhaling from the low belly. Okay? So from here, let's inhale to a flat back position. That could be hands on the floor. That could be hands on your shins or a little higher. Okay? And then let's from here fold in again. Then you're going to inhale, flat back position. Let's do that again. Fold in. Inhale, flat back. Do that twice more. Inhale, flat back. You're taking care of the back of your knees. Exhale. Inhale, up. One more fold in. And you're going to bring it all the way to standing, the long, tall spine. Okay? Arms come up overhead and release down by your sides. Okay. So we're in Tadasana. You want to focus on strengthen your legs, open shoulders, long, tall spine. We're finding our tallest self here, so you want a neutral spine. You're not arching and you're not rounding. Open shoulders, neutral pelvis. Okay? So from here, we're going to do a flow to open the shoulders, and it's a breathing exercise as well. So you want to focus on really full breaths and strong belly, strong back of the legs. Okay? So let's start with inhaling, shoulders to ears way up. And then exhale, open. You can interlace your fingers. While you're here, take a deep inhale. And then fold in all the way. Your arms can come way overhead if they do that, and then release your hands by your feet. Take a deep inhale here. And then round yourself up to standing. Strong back of the legs and belly pulls in. At the top, inhale, shoulders to ears. Exhale, open. Interlace behind the back, deep inhale here. And then fold in all the way. Let your arms come overhead. If they do that, release them by your feet. Take a deep inhale. Round yourself to standing. You want to protect your back by strengthening the back of the legs and belly. Deep inhale. Shoulders to ears. Exhale, open. Interlace, deep inhale. And fold in all the way. Release the hands. Deep inhale. Then round yourself all the way to standing. And let it go. So you want to find your Tadasana, strong feet, ankles below the sit bones, open shoulders. Really find the length. And then we can bring the right leg up for Vrikshasana or tree. Your foot can come anywhere along the leg, so it can even be still a support on the floor if you prefer that.